Hello, 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 and welcome to today's episode of Her Version. This podcast is dedicated to sharing stories of struggle to triumph, a platform that allows individuals to tell their truth in order to inspire and uplift others. For those of you that are new to this podcast and like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow, like, and share. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria. Let's jump right in. Hello, and thank you for joining us today for this episode of Her Version. The Her Version platform is built on storytelling and the understanding that many times our greatest learning experiences come from listening to other people's stories. Today, I am speaking with an amazing woman named Erin Brown. Erin lost her leg to a bone cancer that affects primarily young people and children. Walking into the world as an amputee, she was shocked at the lack of infrastructure, policy, programs, initiatives, support systems, and networks to help and bring awareness in this new world that she had now entered and needed to navigate through. Since then, she has started many initiatives, including giving supplies, supporting similar people in sports, assisting in getting them employment, and making health care services more accessible. I am thrilled to have this powerhouse on our virtual stage today and share her story and let us know more about what she is working towards to educate and provide services for this community. Welcome, Erin. How are you?
I am divine. Happy Grata Thursday. Every Thursday, I say happy Grata Thursdays to person so that they remember to stay in gratitude. Thank you so much for having
I
me.
love that. Why on Thursdays?
Yes. Well, I don't know. It sounds the whole energy of the Grata Thursday instead of gratitude. So I actually do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So at least twice a week, you get a reminder to stay in gratitude for me.
Oh, that's awesome. It actually did. When you said that, I was
Thank
like,
you.
that's fantastic. Well, I
Mhm.
thank you so much for being here and taking some time out of your day to share some of your journey and
Mhm.
some of the awesome things that you're working on in your world and in your community. Can you let everyone know where you are from? Let's start there.
Ooh, isn't that the best part? When they get to really know what part of the world are you from?
Yes.
And so I call myself Erin Bionic Brown. Well, I don't call myself Erin Bionic Brown. I've been named that by a very young, very amazing young girl who saw me with my prosthetic on, and she was like, she's half robot, half human. She's bionic. So
I
Erin
love it.
Bionic Brown is what has been coined, courtesy of her. But also, I'm an island gal. I call it Island Gal Magic. I am in the Bahamas. So the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, that little beautiful place that has over 700 islands and keys. That is where I am from, originally from Grand Bahama, but currently in New Providence, which is the capital.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to start this out because when I was writing up your intro, and I
Yeah.
always do background information and read through all of this stuff and try to just educate myself a little bit on what the main topic is going to be so I don't go in totally cold. And then this way also I can kind of dive in a little bit deeper because I know
Mhm.
a smidge about what's going on. But
Yes.
one of the things that I came across
Yes.
while doing some research on disabilities or amputees
Yes.
is this word disabled,
Hmm.
and how there was so many articles that were going back and forth on whether or not to
Hmm.
use it. There
Hmm.
was words like differently abled,
Yeah.
special needs, people
Yeah.
with health conditions, impairments. And I just, before we dive in, I kind of just want to get your personal opinion on how you feel
Hmm.
this community should be addressed.
Hmm.
Should we be using the word disabled or disabilities?
Hmm. Thank you so much for asking that. So let me give you my customized Very purposeful Erin Brown Connects introduction. Hi, I am Erin Brown, a disability inclusion consultant. I am a short blonde, black haired I'm a shorn, blonde haired, black female wearing blue tinted glasses. My pronouns are she and her, and I self identify as a limb difference individual, also known as an above the knee amputee. And so, to the question of should we be using the word disable or disabilities, I say that introduction very purposeful because one, it gives access to those who are using text, speech, audio to receive contents to know who is speaking, all of the characteristics that make them up as a person. They're able to not only visualize, but receive the content of how that person is presented, is acknowledged, or represented, right? And so, disability, that word, use it. It is a part of our identity as sex, gender, race, sexual orientation, religion, all of these things. From time we have purposefully, intentionally, as a society, collected data, acknowledged, make sure that we identify those persons who identify as a male or female, and so on. We now need to do it for disability. Why? Because it is a part of our identity. It is also the only way that we will be counted, we will be included, that funding, programs, budget programming, all of these things that we look at as sustainable, innovative, creative, or even disaggregated data. It allows nations, leaders, investors, sponsors to now be an active participant in the development of a nation, a space. But it also allows the human being who has many layers, such as disability, to be included, to be given access, and to have opportunities to be a nation builder. So, yes, it's not a bad word. Disabled, disability, they're not bad words. What they are, and what we're finding more in these conversations that you have kind of led into, is the disability or identity first language, which is a disabled woman, or person first language, which is a woman with a disability. Both of them are very, very valued and very valuable, right? Very present, acknowledge my authentic self. Yet, differently abled, and I'm sorry if I'm shocking you in saying this, it's the human race. It's all of us. It is all of us who are human beings who have different abilities, different likes, passions, preferences. We're all differently abled.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that.